and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one.
Alright, today what I want to do is I want to go over my EDC. This is my typical EDC. This is what I carry every single day. Now, not all of this is on my belt. Some of this is in my pockets and etc. So we're going to go over what I carry for my everyday carry. So stay tuned. Hey guys, make sure to go check out our sponsor for this video, which is our sister company, holstersbydefensetraining.com. So go over there and check out all the holsters they make. They have handgun holsters and magazine holsters available for sale. So make sure to go check them out because they do help make this video possible for us to put online and keep doing these videos. Alright guys, I want to go over what I carry, my EDC, my everyday carry. So what do I carry and how long have I been carrying it, and so on and so forth. So I'll start with a little pocket knife here first. This is actually a Gerber. This is what they call the the fast, it's the small fast blade or something like that. I've got it saved. I love this knife. It's a very short knife, and there's a reason I carry. So I live in South Carolina, and the blade on this, depending on how you're going to measure the blade, but the blade on this sits a little over 2 inches. So basically in South Carolina, the state doesn't have regulations on blades, so each county, town, municipality, all the blades can differ in South Carolina. It's not covered under the concealed weapon permit or anything like that. Each municipality basically can have their own blade law. However, most of the municipalities, in fact I think all of them that at least I've went to or I went through and checked out the laws and stuff, which has been a few, fall under 2.5 inches. In fact, at least at one time when I was going to tech and all that stuff many years back, and in fact high school, we could carry a blade under 2.5 inches in high school when I was back in high school in the early 90s. So I've always just carried a small under 2.5 inch knife. I love this knife. This is not necessarily a knife for self-defense. This is just a knife that I use every day, typically to cut open boxes or packages. Now it's got a quick flip, and I actually have several of these brand new in packages. I keep them on hand just in case, but I've had this one here for quite a few years now. I've probably been carrying this one for 4 or 5 years. I had another one that I actually lost. I was doing a job for someone and I think I lost it on the job site, and then I ordered another one and got another one in. So I've always carried just a small blade, and it just clips inside the pocket. And what I like about this blade is it clips in a way so when I do pull it out, I can come out and the blade can be right out. And it's got the little locking mechanism. This one's seen better days. This locking mechanism is seen better days for sure. It doesn't work quite right. So I may end up swapping them out here in the future, or I may take it apart and clean it out and see if I can fix it that way. But I do carry this little small blade in my pocket. I also carry this blade on my boot out here at the shop. I keep it as my little boot knife. This is a SOG. I'm not sure what this one's called. I don't remember, but it's got the little sheath that it came with. I did not make this one. This is the one that it came with. It snaps in pretty good and it hooks on the inside of my boot, and I just keep this on my boot. You can put it around your neck and stuff like that, but I do just keep it on my boot. So a couple other things I carry. This is just a Klein Tools. I have an iPhone 14 and it fits in really well, and really the only reason I carry the Klein Tools is because making the holsters and stuff, there's a lot of dust and I don't want it getting in here, so I have it. It just has a little belt clip, so I carry that as well. Just a little billfold, got your stuff here. This has my business cards. I made the little holster, business card holder for inside the billfold here, and then it's got the little magnetized money thing, so that's what I carry for a billfold. I think they consider it a minimalist. Always chapstick. I started using chapstick and I like the Burt's Bees. So I started using chapstick when I started riding motorcycles many years ago. My lips would just start getting so chapped riding the motorcycle that I ended up starting with just a regular old chapstick, to be honest with you. But ever since then, you know, it's been 20-30 years ago now. Ever since then, I've always kept chapstick on me, and I keep my lips from drying out. This is max 12 decibel high fidelity earplugs. I keep these on me at all times because if I'm doing something, my ears have gotten to where certain sounds hurt them, so I keep these little earplugs, high fidelity earplugs on me. I can pop them in my ears real easy, and they just sit in your pocket real easy. And plus, I wear these under my earmuff hearing protection when I'm shooting. So this is 12 decibel plus the earmuff protection, which I think is 24 decibel. I wear electronics that are not quite real high, but with those on top of each other, it does pretty good. It muffles the sound, but with the electronic, I can also hear my students talking, or I can hear the other guys on the range talking, because it's only a 12 decibel plus this high fidelity. This is concert earplugs, basically. So those are great. A couple pins. These are advertising pins. I keep these on me. These go in a pocket, and if people start asking me about my company and business or my t-shirt I'm wearing, I'll hand them a pin and say, go check us out. Alright, so I made this holster for the Olight Warrior Mini 2. I absolutely love this flashlight. They don't even make it anymore. This one's seen better days. They sped through a lot. I use this flashlight 4 or 5 times a day when I'm doing things. It has a magnet on the back. That magnet's great for picking up stuff. If you drop something, you just pick it back up. Especially little screws that I deal with, I can just grab, pick it back up. It goes in my pocket, sits in here, and I can pull it out. It also has the rear tail switch, so you can cut it on from the front here. This is, I have it very, very dim. I doubt you can even see that, but I have it dim at night, so if I need it, but you can also, so it's dim here. Now I can go pretty bright on it, but it also has a tail switch, so if anybody is aggressive toward me and I don't want to pull my gun, I can just hit it and it will strobe them. And at night this works very well. Not so much during the day, of course, but at night it works very well. And this goes in my pocket as well. It just sits where I can grab it very, very easy. Alright, so I've had my SOG here for many, many years. I'm probably pushing at least 25 years on this SOG Power Lock. I got this SOG Power Lock as a present. I really, really liked it, and somebody got it for me. The reason I like this, I can pull it out and I can get to my pliers without having to, I can have one hand holding something. I can reach around, I keep it on my left hand side, and then I can reach here and I can grab what I need to grab. I like it because they open one-handed opening. Of course, they've got your screwdrivers and knives and all that, and I have used a lot of that stuff, but my main use for these is the pliers, the needle nose, and I have wore these. And in fact, I've wore 3 or 4 of these leather casings for them. I've wore 3 or 4 of these out. In fact, this one's a fairly newer one. It's probably only about a year old, so I keep it in here, and this goes on my belt. So I always suggest everybody always have at least a decent flashlight on you. And this Warrior Mini 2, again, I don't think they even sell these or make these anymore. They're at the Warrior Mini 3 at this point. You can find a Mini 2, but the Warrior Mini 3 I think does about the same thing, except it's got some different stuff on the button. I highly suggest these flashlights. They are awesome. They work very well. And I also suggest a multi-tool, and the one that I suggest is this SOG Power Lock. It's a little bigger than a lot of the little, so I know they make those little tiny ones, but this one, I do so much work around the house and out and about and in the shop that I need something that I can just grab and go. I'm not have to sit here and pull the thing apart and pull it. I don't want that. I want something I can take with one hand. I can get in there and I can grab it. This has saved me many times of not having to let go of what I've had. And there's been a couple times there's been things that I really just couldn't let go. I had a hold of it and I couldn't let it go. Either I had to grab this out or wait for somebody to come help me. I worked maintenance for many years. I've worked metal fab for many years, and I've always carried this SOG Power Lock. Again, it's over 25 years at this point that I've carried this tool. So that's also on me every day, everywhere I go, no matter what, that is on me. Alright, so everybody carries keys, but one of the things, I carry mine on the clip ring, the D-ring, and I know a lot of people do that, but I also carry, so basically, I was wearing out my belt loops, and I was breaking my belt loops, and I've had this thing for many years. I think my wife got it off Etsy. I kept breaking them. She saw it. It had the 12 gauge rear end basically here, where they would, I don't think it is really a 12 gauge one, but at least mimics it. She saw it, thought I'd like it, but it goes on your belt. So now I've got leather to leather on my belt. I'm not breaking belt loops. It's got this nice D-ring here, so I can just clip my, you know, it's not a real carabiner, but basically a carabiner here. And it works very, very well. And I've had this for probably 12 or 13 years at this point. She got this for me when we first got married, and we've been married going on 14 years. So she got this very quickly. I don't remember the company at all. It used to be in here. It's so wore out. But this is amazing, and they last a long, long time. I do not unbutton. It does have a button. I don't unbutton it to wear that out. I just slip it on every morning and slip it through, and I wear this on my belt. And this is amazing. So if you're wearing the D-rings or the carabiners, whatever you want to call them, and you keep tearing belt loops, this is a way to go, and this works wonderfully. There's a bunch of them out there. You can get them online, Etsy or Amazon or wherever. Maybe even at your local craft fairs, you may could find one of these. But they're out there and they're awesome. Alright, so this is my belt. This is a custom made belt. A guy that took one of my classes made this belt for me. He stamped in a little cross. This is a very worn out and old belt. This belt also is probably 10 or 12 years old. I don't remember. I know he come to one of my classes early on when me and my wife was married. I've been doing the classes myself for 17 years. Training and instructing firearms, but me and my wife have been married, like I said, going on 14 years. And he made this belt for me. It is an amazing belt. Now what it is it's a double layer of leather. So there's two pieces of leather here that's stitched together. It is nice and wore out now, but when I got it, you know, you could take this thing and you would hold it and it would stick straight out. But it still works really, really well. It holds my belt in secure. It was black. It is not black anymore. It is very, very faded. If you can see this belt. And I wear this belt every day for everything. I highly, highly suggest getting a decent belt. We are actually looking at some belts. We have some that we're looking at ordering to test out. We haven't done it yet, but I suggest getting a good belt, not a cheap, flimsy belt, because you want something to carry your firearms on your waist that's not going to let your firearm just flop around, and we don't want that. So I suggest a good belt. Again, this is a double leather layered belt. I would look for a double leather layered belt if I were you, going to the leather ones. But I also know that they have those ones that kind of ratchet in, that have that kind of metal layer on the inside. I've heard they're very well. That's the kind that we're actually looking at ordering in to see if they work good enough for us to sell. So you might want to check out that, or find you a custom leather maker local. Tell him you want, or them, I know there's a lot of females make them as well, that you want a double leather gun belt, and they can make that up for you. They can put different buckles up here and stuff like that. So that's one thing that I highly recommend, is a good belt as well. Alright, moving on to, I always carry a spare magazine, at least one. So working in the shop, I carry one spare magazine. This is a 17 round spare for my firearm. And then this is the magazine holsters that we sell. Now the holster that you'll get, this clip goes straight up and down. However, I have drilled another hole in the back of mine. So my magazine actually sits to my left appendix, basically, or what they would consider the left appendix. And then I can grab it, instead of having to come straight up, I just grab it out and I can go into my firearm. And we'll go over, I'll make a video one day about staging magazines as well. But I wear this every single day at or what we would consider the left appendix. When I'm working safety on the church safety team, I wear 2 extras. So I wear 3 17 round magazines when I'm working church safety. You never know. So I wear enough ammo so I can lay down cover fire. We do have a couple guys that have AR-15s. So I can get in the battle if something's going on. You know, maybe this guy does have an AR-15. I can take cover and at least lay down cover fire until those guys can get out here with an AR and we can reach out and touch that person. I'm at least sending lead down range, and I've got enough ammo with 3 of these plus what's in the gun to hopefully hold them down until we can get that person out. So yeah, so I just tilted a little bit, just put a little cant in it. I just put the screw in the third one up. I tilted it as far over. I popped a 1/4 inch hole and I put that in there. So any of you guys that have our holsters that think they might want that, do it. I did. In fact, there's another hole here. I actually had one mounted a little further up, but I like it just tilting it and popping a hole in right there. We do not do that, at least at this point in the shop. We may look at that later on. But this is our magazine holster. It works really well, and I have at least this one on in the left, what we consider the left appendix, every single day. And then on church safety, I carry two extra. All right, and then the gun. So this is my gun. I just pulled it off. I have not cleared it, so I'm going to clear that now. So I carry a Taurus G3 XL. Now it does not say G3 XL because I took this G3 XL slide off and put a Toro slide, and it says G3, but it is the G3 XL, meaning it has the G3C frame and the G3 slide. I have the Hollison 507C green dot on here. I absolutely love it. I have suppressor height sights from Ameriglow. On the front and the rear, I have suppressor height sights. This is the typical 12+1. Here I carry Freedom Munitions XDEF ammo in it. I absolutely love this gun. Yes, I do have several things going on here. I have the ported barrel from Lake Line Industries. I have all the stainless stuff from Lake Line Industries on the internals. I also have a 6-pound spring on the striker in here as well, and this thing fires flawlessly. It's got thousands and thousands of rounds through it. Absolutely love this gun. This is what I carry every day, but it's been proven. So it's been proven in training. I've done a lot of trainings with it. It has never failed me. The only thing, of course, that I've ever had fail in it would be ammo. You know, you got your failure fires, hang fires, stuff like that on your ammo. As long as you know that your gun will fire and you keep it good, cleaned, and maintained, you shouldn't have any problems out of it. So this is the gun that I carry every day. I've been carrying that for several years now. Before that, I carried the G3C, but I wanted that little extra here. I also carry, this is what we call our track appendix. It's got the nice and worn in by now foam wedge on the back, which works really, really well. It's super duper comfortable. So make sure to check those out. I have the small riser on the wing here, the metal clip. I have actually trimmed my metal clip down here, so some of you guys that are getting those metal clips and it's hanging down, all you have to do is have a little grinder, and it just grinds in, or a pair of safety shears, like some EMS shears or something like that. You can shear that off and just file that off, and it works very, very well. You don't have to, but I did because I had that extra one sticking off. I didn't want it. Now this one is a new product that we're getting in here. I've got them on order, so they should hit the website here shortly. Hopefully within the next week or two. I've got them on order. We've been trying these out, so it's going to come to you like this, but it is plastic. And if you see where I just cut mine off, I didn't want all the extra. This is a super heavy duty clip. This is heavy duty. This is a good clip. The metal ones are good, but what this heavy duty one does is it latches onto my leather belt, and it really keeps it snug on that leather belt. So I really enjoy that. We'll have these on the website. In fact, we'll have it to where you can choose 2 plastic clips or 2 metal clips, or a metal and a plastic clip, and then 1 extra clip that I'm going to do a video about all that as well. This holster is one that I custom made for myself. We actually don't have these online right now. It is one that covers my optic. We ran into problems with a lot of the customers would order this without optics. So they would order it with the intention of buying an optic, but you can't do that. We have to allow so much room for clearance up the top to get the optic on here. They would put it in, and it would basically just be doing this in the holster without the optic. You can't do that. That optic is what secures this in. So we've taken them offline. We had a lot of people did not understand that, even though it said it in the link on the description. Hey, you must have your optic to make that work. If you do not have the optic, it is not going to fit right. So we don't offer these at this point in time. Maybe at a later date we'll put them back online. I'm not sure. But if we do put them back online, it will be a no refund policy outside of manufacturer defects. We won't refund it because you ordered it and thought it would work without an optic. So we don't have that, but that's what I carry. That's my EDC. I know it's a lot on the EDC side. However, I've been carrying most of that stuff for many, many years. It doesn't bother me more. In fact, I don't have it all right now, and I feel naked. So yeah, guys, that's my EDC. I am a professional firearms instructor. I've been doing this for the past 17 years. I have had my concealed weapon permit since 1997. I've been around firearms as far as taking classes and training with firearms. I have been around that since the early 90s. I started all that in high school, and then of course my grandfather had me around firearms when I was 6 or 7 years old. So guys, this is Special Defense Training. Stay safe, stay armed.
Hey guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you don't mind, and share it if you would. This really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, we offer different styles of training. So we offer concealed weapons classes here in Anderson, South Carolina. Also, we offer advanced training, and we offer church safety team training. So you can go check all that out at defensetraining.org. And then, of course, we make holsters. We have our online holster store, so if you go check that out, and that's holstersbydefensetraining.com. And all these links are below. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.